for Crocheting Whovian. How y'all doing today? It is Tuesday, May 8th. I am recording on a Tuesday instead of a Wednesday, which is okay because I'm very rarely recording on a specific day anymore. Life has been a bit sporadic. I know. A lot of things going on, a lot of issues, but for the most part, I'm okay. I was supposed to podcast last week, but I went to Maryland Sheep and Wool last weekend, well, this past weekend, and last week just got away from me from somehow, and there were things that I finished that I wanted to show you, but they're already at their forever home, so basically I'll try to insert a picture at the end. If not, excuse me, just check my Instagram and you'll see it there. All that information is below. Yeah, it's been a little over 2 weeks. I said that already. Things have gotten a little away from me for the most part. This is going to be possibly, but not definitely, my last podcast for the month of, sorry about that, the month of May. I have my surgery at the end in approximately 2 weeks. And I don't know how the recovery time is going to be. It's a little less than 2 weeks, in all honesty. I don't know what the recovery is going to be like. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sit, stand, whatever, or be tired. I haven't really got into the explicits with my doctor yet. I'll get the information on the 16th, which I'm hoping to do one more podcast before it, but I am not guaranteeing it because the way everything is going, I don't know. Sorry, husband's texting me. Sorry about that. Yeah. So there's that. Like I said, this past weekend was Maryland Sheep and Wool, and I will get into that in a little bit. But first, I want to get into some of my announcements. First up are my sorry about that. I just looked down and read something and realized, crap, I forgot to write down the name, so I'm gonna have to look up who. Actually, no, I already know the winner. Oh, it's right here. Oh, I lost it. The year of the sock is going strong. It's basically the year of the sock. It's in the name. It's going until New Year's Eve, 12/31, December 31st, and every 4 months I will draw a winner. And the winner for this first quarter was Lady Wing Designs, and the post was number 26. Now, I will tag her, I will ear burn her, and she's won a pattern of $7 or less and a skein of hand spun yarn that was so graciously donated from Juanita, who is She Spins on Instagram. Thank you for that, Juanita. If you can send me your name and address, and I will get that prize out there. I'm sorry my brain is so sporadic. It's just, but everything going on. Yeah. Next up is Family Movie Night. That too is going to December 31st, and I drew for that prize as well for the first 4 months, and that is going to Tasnim 13. Natalia, I know I have it, but send it to me anyway. I need your address and contact information because you won a pattern of $7 or less and a skein of hand spun yarn. Just send me that stuff and I'll get it in the mail by the end of the week. Both are going strong. They're really good. The Family Movie Night picked up. There's a lot of action there. It was going slow at first, but that's partially because my podcasts have been so sporadic that it's my fault. There's that. All the information are in the Ravelry thread. Again, my brain is So I probably shouldn't have podcasted, but I needed to do it now because I won't be able to do it the rest of the week. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed behind me, but my stash has moved. Basically, what's behind me is the stuff I use for toys. And I got an addition to the family, which I'll get into later. Anyway, next up is my PHN Tea and Tail. Well, not mine, but PHN Tea and Tails, which is going for the whole year. PHN means Pen, Hook, and Needles. If you haven't checked out that podcast, I highly recommend that podcast. It's a mother-daughter duo. They are hysterical, and I love them, and I got to be with them this past weekend, and it was so much fun, and I just love hanging out with them. Their information is in the podcast group. Like I said, I really recommend checking them out. Next up is the PHN Autism Awareness, which is why I'm wearing this shirt. It's okay to be different, and it's turtles. Come on, me and turtles, people. I was so graciously asked for a 3rd year in a row to be a co-host of the Cal. It's a fun Cal. Basically, the rules are in the thread, but both mine and theirs. And there's another co-host, Cappy, Yarn and I, Cappy podcast. She is amazing. I highly recommend checking out that podcast as well. Excuse me. Yeah, basically it's okay to be different. Make something out of bright colors. I require it to be a good portion of bright because I like bright things, but for them, you only have to do 75%. Now, here's the thing. You could triple dip on all of those, on this Cal. Meaning you could post in mine, you could post in Cappy's, and you could post in, obviously, PHN. And that gets you 3 chances at a win. A prize for one of our groups. The other thing is that on all of my Cal-Cals, if you make a Franciscan Gypsy Designs pattern or knit out of Lady Fernicle Creations yarn or Dragon Horde yarn or Yarn Cafe Creations or Hawaii Bazaar Yarn Co., this will all be in the show notes thread. You get a chance of 2 prizes. 2 chances at winning a prize. Whew, that was hard to get out. But there's a bigger catch. If you use Lady Fernicle Creations yarn and one of Talia's Franciscan Gypsy Designs together in one project, you get 3 chances at a prize. Again, for all of them, make sure the yarn label is visible so that I know. I mean, I trust you guys, but basically so I know what yarn it is, so I know how to. And you are responsible for your multiple postings. Next up was my Podiversary. My Podiversary passed a month ago, and I held this wonderful, fantastic giveaway. There was a bag donated by the lovely Ann Brody, because she designed the bag. There was yarn donated by Lori of Arkansas Yarn Co., because she designed a Crocheting Whovian colorway, which beautiful, and I'm hoarding it. Well, sort of hoarding it. I'll get into that a little bit. And sock blockers from Knitting Left. The lovely winner. First, before I announce the winner, I want to thank you all for all the wonderful things that you guys said, and they really meant a lot to me, and it gave me reason to continue doing this, basically. Because I can't lie, I was debating on stopping. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on and things like that, and I just needed that extra oomph, and I want to thank you guys for that. I want to thank you guys for sticking through. I know my podcast has roller coasters between my health and everything else, but I want you guys to know I do appreciate you guys, and I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. But the winner of the Podiversary giveaway was Stephanie, Vanilla Sock Pig, and it was amazing because I got to give it to her at Maryland Sheep and Wool. So there's that. I'll get more on Maryland Sheep and Wool later, but I'm going to get into my whips because I have a lot of acquisitions because I went to Needles Up, Maryland Sheep and Wool, and whatever I got in between there. I don't think I'm going to show you everything because there is a lot. I may just skip what was mailed to me, basically, but we'll see. In my... Oh, I don't have that one here, so I'm not going to show that. That's in my closet. In my random fandom autism awareness bag. Look how cute this bag is my autism awareness socks. And the yarn is Lady Fernigo Creations in the colorway It's Okay to Be Different. Now, everyone's socks in this is working up incredibly different. I'm only on the first sock. And there's hair attached to it because I shed like a dog. But I finished the gusset decreases and now I'm onto the foot portion. But look at the heel and then look at the rest of the sock. Isn't that like, that's really awesome. I love the way it's like pooling. I love pooling. Please don't judge me, but I love pooling. But that's it so far. This is the first sock. I try, and I say try very loosely, to work on this while in Maryland. Wasn't happening. I didn't work on anything in Maryland, in all honesty, because I was just having too much fun with my friends. But this is the yarn. It's Okay to Be Different. It's squishy and pretty, and I love it. And I cannot wait to finish these socks. But I started a secret project, so these are going to go on the back burner for about a day or two. I'm always having a... There we go. Okay. In my small Erin Lane Screw You Harvey bag is my Mad Hatter socks, and the yarn is Cuppy Cakes Yarns in the colorway Mad Hatter's Daughter. Sorry, I'm reaching for the card for this. First sock has been done for quite some time. I am onto the second sock. Now, I don't even think I got that far because this is what I was working on, trying to work on at Needles Up. And it was hard because I was just having way too much fun. And I think I may be in the... I'm not. I thought I was in the middle of a row. Well, I mean, it's in the round, so aren't you always in the middle of a row? Sorry, my nose is itchy. Allergies. But yeah, actually, I am in the middle of a row. I'm onto the second needle, but that's it so far on my lovely, gorgeous, fantastic signature needles, which I highly recommend if you need to stab someone because lethal weapon. Now, I mean, I love Erin Lane bags. I have a tremendous amount of them, and you'll see. But the problem I have, they're not interfaced. So if you look very carefully at some of the spots, there's holes in it because when I was in line waiting to get into Needles Up, I wanted to, I was knitting. And then when we were allowed in, I just threw it all in the bag. Well, I kept stabbing myself because I didn't put my needles in oh my God, my nose is so itchy. I didn't put my needles in the needle cozy. So I was stabbing myself and other people. So loving. There's that. Okay. In my Erin Lane Larry Foul-Mouthed Sheeple bag is my Biblida socks. The yarn is Hawaii Bazaar Yarn Co. And the colorway is Under the Sea. I just started this just before I left for Maryland. This too is on signature needles. I have a ridiculous amount of signature needles, and I got more while at Maryland. It was part of her Sidekicks bundle, and this was the main yarn. Yarn. Yeah, I can English. And this was the mini skein that came with it. Basically, it's the Disney Sidekicks, and I have one for Hey Hey too, but right now I'm not doing it. And this is, I want to say it is Flounder and Sebastian, though I could be wrong. This could be Ariel's hair, but it's based on The Little Mermaid. The colorway is Under the Sea, and I believe she has one more in her store, in her shop. But look how pretty that's working out. The lighting right now is amazing, and I think I need to start podcasting during the day because it's so bright and beautiful. Okay. Next up in my Knit for Brains Peeps bag is my Watermelon Explosion socks. The yarn is Sweet Tea Yarns in the colorway Manic Melon. I started this just before I left for Maryland too. I wanted projects with me that were simple, and socks it is for me. And this is going to be painful, but okay, got it. I just barely out of the ribbing, I want to say. Yeah, one row out of the ribbing. But it's Sweet Tea Yarns in the colorway Manic Melon. This was the first skein I ever got from her, from Molly Klein, and I love it. She knows how much I love bright colors, so there's that. I was just yawning, excuse me. And this is my Knit for Brains bag. I don't remember if I said it. Love it. In my Knit for Brains Farm Life bag, look how cute this is. My goodness. Is my Lemonade sock. It's a sock blank. The yarn is Scales Art sock blank in the colorway Lemons. This is the sock blank. I love it. Excuse me, but you guys know me with sock blanks. And I'm almost at the heel. I got 3 more rows before I start the heel. I have a severe laddering problem right here, which makes me want to frog the whole sock and go down needle size. But what's the point? Right here. Just right there. But at this point, it's like, what's the point? I'll deal. I'm sorry if I'm going too fast. It's just, like I said, I have a lot of acquisitions and I don't want to leave any behind. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And last but certainly not least is in my Stitching Plaza Ravenclaw bag are my Make LaRue Twitch socks. Now, this was something I had purchased at Needles Up in Maryland on Friday. And I needed to cast it on right away. And the reason why they're Make LaRue Twitch socks is because they are, the yarn is, let me get that out there, Fiber Nymph Dye Works in the Inversible set. And the colorway is Cherry, Pale Lavender, and Gray. They're basically fraternal twins. And that's why it's going to make LaRue Twitch. Because LaRue needs matching socks. And if any of you don't know who LaRue is, she's one of my good friends. Literally just cast this on Friday. I got maybe 3 rows. I casted it on to watch her twitch as she was sitting across from me. Excuse me. I took my meds just before recording because I was starting to get a headache. And they usually make me down for the count. And that's it for whips. I don't really have that many. I had maybe 6, 7, something like that. I have a few FOs, which I'm going to show you now. One of my FOs was Marty the Giraffe. Now, I posted it on Instagram before I left. That it was every fiber festival, the big ones, mainly Rhinebeck and Maryland. I make a toy, and I carry it around with me, and it takes pictures with everybody, and it goes on its own adventures. Well, Marty was that toy. But one of my best friends was like, ooh, I love him. So he found his forever home with her. So I don't have it here to show you, but I'm going to try to, if I figure out how, I'm going to insert a picture at the end. If not, it's on my Instagram. Or maybe, let me hold this up, because I'll hold this up. I'll try to insert it there. I don't think I'll work though, because I'm not very good at this whole editing thing. But I got 3 pairs of socks done. First up is my cupcake socks, and the yarn is Biscotti Yarns. and the colorway Cupcake. And they're also on my new sock blockers that I got from Knitting Left in between. So look, I tried to get them matchy-matchy, but it really didn't work. But now that I've shown them, I could take them off the sock blockers and put them in with the other socks that I made. But these are the new sock blockers I got from Knitting Left. Baseball. Because baseball is my sport, yo. Next up is my Stitches West 2017 socks, and yarn is from Material, the colorway, yarn is Material Culture Fiber Arts, and the colorway is, let me check the text message because Talia taught me last night how to pronounce it, and I told her if I say it wrong, it's going to be on her. Aegean, the Aegean, as in the Aegean Sea. There we go. She spelled it out phonetically for me in the text message. I'm special. And they're on my Knitting Left Crocheting Whovian sock blockers. These could come off and they could go into my drawer now. Yay! Okay. And last but not least is it was an acquisition when I started them, and you guys, this was bought and done before, between podcasts, and these are my When I Say Knit socks, and the colorway, the yarn is Biscotti Yarns, and the colorway When I Say Knit, You Say Pearl. Now, this is not black. This is actually purple, which you could probably see now. Actually, you can see now. I'm absolutely in love with these socks, and I cannot wait to have them on my feet. I love Biscotti Yarns. Their socks, their yarn is amazing. Yeah. So I have 3 more pairs of socks added to my box of socks 2018. And now that I'm showing sock blockers, I'm going to show you the sock blockers I just got in the mail over the weekend. Again, Knitting Left, and they're turtles. Look how pretty they are. Huh. And I got another pair coming. I'm obsessed with sock blockers. Throw that there. Okay. First things first. Now I'm going to do the acquisitions. I'll do Needles Up first, then Maryland, and then I'll do what I bought. So in between, if you guys want to leave before that, you can. If not, stick around. But if you do, have fun. I hope to see you again in a couple of weeks. This is going to be a very short podcast because there really isn't much to talk about. But first, before I show my acquisitions, I am going to talk about Maryland. I got there Thursday. We drove down Thursday, and no traffic. It was actually a good drive. And all day Thursday, basically just hung out at the hotel. Went to dinner with some friends that flew in from Memphis. Excuse me. And just sat and knit and whatever, and went on VKN from the lobby of the hotel. Friday, woke up early, hung around the hotel for a little bit, and then found out about a indie pop-up yarn store with a trunk show. So we headed on. That was in Fredericksburg. It was one town over from where we were, and we drove over there, went there, and straight from there we went to Needles Up. Needles Up was amazing. Like, I am looking forward to Rhinebeck's Needles Up now, but it was very well organized, very well planned out. I had a ticket. I had actually 2 tickets to get in early. I actually snagged them from a friend who couldn't go at the last minute. Well, she went, but she was working the event, so she gave me her tickets. Yeah, so there's that. But it was a lot of fun. I did some damage there. I did some damage at the indie show before that, too. But Needles Up, I got to meet so many people. I got to meet Christy Glass. I saw Meg from Bad Wolf Girls Studios. She's a sweetheart, but that's not the first time I met her. Andy Sue from Andre Sue Knit. Woo-hoo! That was tongue-tied. Who else did Marty take a picture with? The dyers behind Fiber Nymph Dye Works. trying to remember. Marty took a picture with Tristan and Christy of Girls in the Yarn Cafe. I love them. They are like so tiny and so cute. I just want to pick them up and put them in my pocket. Who else did Marty meet that day? Oh, Chelsea of Sucre Miniatures. Love her. She is hysterical and sweetheart, and she needs to learn how to knit. She does these things. She needs to learn how to knit. Tristan, I am holding you responsible for that. She needs to learn how to knit. Marty took a picture with Liz Zimmerman of the Just One N podcast. I met my friend Jen. She was amazing. She took a picture with Marty and me. I'm trying to remember who else I saw at Needles Up. My friends showed up, LaRue and Brenda, from my Friday night weekends, which I'm going to talk about in a minute too. It was so much fun. It was a lot of fun, a lot of laughing. Then Friday night, Stephanie met up with us. Vanilla Sock Pig met up with us, and we hung out at my hotel. Well, and it was a lot of fun. We hung out in the lobby. We were knitting, laughing, joking, just having a good time. And it was surreal because I kept poking everybody, going, "You're in 3D. You're not on my computer screen." Because for the longest time, that's where it's been. It's been on my computer screen, and it's amazing to even the people that I met that are podcasters. It's amazing to actually be able to be in the place with them and talk to them, and you feel like you know them already. And I was saying that to Tristan. It's like, it's like we've been friends forever, and, really we haven't been. And it's just, you feel like you know the person because of that. And you oh my gosh, allergies. Sorry about that, guys. You feel like you know the person, and it's like, okay, don't be a creeper. I had one person that came up to me. It was hysterical. That I'm walking in one of the barns at Maryland, and she's like, she sees me, and she's like, "It's you." And I went, "Yeah, it's you." And she's like, "I watch your podcast." Don't know her name, so if it's you, I apologize. Love you. Sorry about that, but she just started talking to me. And she was asking me how I've been and how I'm feeling and about my surgery. Still don't know who it is. Like I said, if it's you, thank you and I love you, and let me know who you are. I met up with one of my friends, Shirley, she doesn't have a podcast, though I think she's one person that should have a podcast, but she's just very, very bubbly. I met up with my best friend, Lara Smoot. Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I feel like I have a fiber up my nose. Sorry about that, guys. That's really gross. She's amazing. She made me some things. She gave me this. And I love it. And now I'm challenging myself to make this because of the lace work. It's going to be my first lace pattern. But I'm going to make one. She also made me she made me stitch markers. Well, she made it for myself, Talia, Marlisha, and I believe Michelle of BC Yarnings, and herself, obviously. It's a little crab. It's a blue crab that Maryland specializes in, and a cake. Get it? Crab cake. I love her. She's insane. She's so cute. Went out to dinner with her and her husband. Basically, it was just a weekend full of friends, and it was the best time. And if I could do it every weekend, I totally would. Then Saturday, I spent the whole day at Maryland at the Sheep and Wool. I got there just before opening because I wanted to get the Miss Babs colorway, and I did. I'm one of those people. Spent the whole day just shopping and looking around, and I really didn't do, as much damage as I have in the past because I went there with specific yarn in mind, and one of them two skeins are already caked up. Wow, I get English. And into a secret project, which hopefully next podcast I'll have further along, and I can be like, "Hey guys, this is what I've been doing," because I'm actually really proud of it. It's a big challenge of mine. It's something I've been wanting to do for the longest time. But I hit all the boots that I had something specific for, and then I just hung out. I went to the podcaster meetup, which wasn't quite the way that we expected it to be, because somehow or another signals were crossed and the location was just a bit off. But I still got to see people that I care about and people that I wanted to see, and hand out some buttons and some stitch markers and things like that. Saturday was a ridiculous amount of fun. And then we went back to my hotel, and where LaRue and her daughter, Brenda, Stephanie, Lara, Michelle, and me just sat there and knit. And it was funny because there was a whole, like, in the lobby, there was us here, and then in the other corner was another group of knitters, and we kept going back and forth, talking like, what are you working on? What are you doing? Ooh, I love that yarn. Where'd you get that yarn? Oh, let me see your new stash. Let me see your haul. And it was a lot of fun. And that's the one thing that I always loved about this community, is that no matter what, we could all come together and just like ooh and ah. And you have instant friends. With the exception of the rule of the few people, the handful of people that try to ruin this community. But Sunday I went for a few hours and came home. It was a very fun, relaxing, much needed weekend. And I'm hoping to be able to go, depending on how my surgery goes and if I'm going to need a second one, if I'm going to need a third one. We're going to wait and see. And I'm probably more than likely going to go to Shenandoah in September. But that is not a definite yet. It is a hopeful. And I'm hoping that it's a positive hopeful. But with that being said, I'm going to show you what I got at Needles Up first, and all day Friday. Okay? And this is in my new, this you guys haven't seen yet, bucket bag from Southport Creations. Erin got the fabric, and I picked out the fabric, and Erin made it for me. But in that indie trunk show thingy, I forgot the name of it, I got these minis from Tiny Owl Yarn. And it's from Inside Out. The Disney movie Inside Out. Which the glare stinks. But you guys get the drift. There's joy, disgust, anger, sadness, and panic, I think its name was. I don't remember, but there's that. And then from the same indie trunk show thing, I got this Rising Tide Fiber Co. It's so pretty and squishy. Those minis are for my blanket and for I lost my train of thought. Those are from a blanket and for my Franken socks and my blanket, which I didn't show because I haven't really worked on. And I got this mini there too from the Rising Tide. This one's definitely going in my blanket. It's not going into socks. And then I got this from Shirsty Cat at that trunk show. And then comes Needles Up. While waiting in line at Needles Up, I got this glorious skein of yarn sock set from Tristan that she gifted me because, you know, I'm so awesome. I'm totally awesome. I'm joking. And it's new to her shop, and it's candy floss and peppermint and lemon. She knows how much I love bright colors. So there's that. Then inside, I'm trying to get everything because I got some stuff that was gifted to me in there. Okay. From Legacy Fiber Arts, I got these minis for socks and blanket. And I got this sock set because I'm all about the purples and the blues. Then from Fiber Nymph Dye Works, you saw the one that I cast it on because I had to. And I got the Maryland sheep. The what color is your sheep? Self-striping for this is for the Maryland Needles Up exclusive colorway. Loving it. And then I got gifted this. I don't know the dyer, but I got gifted this from Lara Smoot, and this on Saturday from Lady Furnico's Marlisha. I went to Sucre Miniatures where I got some lovely stitch markers. I got 3. I'm just putting this back in the bag because after this, it's going away. Where my husband can't yell at me. He can't see and go, "What did you get now?" You know? You know. I got these. This is a s'mores. S'mores. Then I got this cheese plate board thing. The detail on this is crazy. See? And then I got a burrito. Cray, cray, cray. Okay. Now we're going to go on to what I got at Maryland. And it's not in my Maryland bag. It's in my Rhinebeck bag. So I was a backer on the new electric spinning wheel. I was in part of the Kickstarter, so I have no fiber for that. So I wanted to just get some just to try. And I didn't realize, but I got this from Hobbledehoy. I can't pronounce that. I am having problems with English today. But that, and it's unicorn batlings, and it's organic Polworth wool, tussa silk, and bamboo and sparkle. It is so soft that I cannot wait to spin it. My first stop was Gail's art. Now, I've been there, and I finally met Gail, and Gail, like, instantly knew who I was just by my name because, well, let's face it, my name is quite unique. My last name, at least, is. And she was like, then she looks at me and goes, "Is there any sock blank in this booth that you don't have?" And I said, "There's 1 or 2." And there was exactly 2. I got this one, which is starting to unravel. But there's this one. And this one is berry compote. Love it. Then there was this one, which is Under the Sea. Under the sea. It's better down, it's better take it from here. Which is a bunch of fishies. And I had pre-ordered this one, but I got the Maryland sheep and wool one. On sparkle. Okay. Got the blue crab. That was the first booth I actually hit because I was like, the other one could wait. The second booth I hit was Miss Babs, and I'm trying to get it, but it's at the bottom of the bag. Of course it's at the bottom of the bag. And where I got the ones that are in my secret project, and then I got the Maryland Sheep and Wool colorway Sunday Drive in a Yowza, which is not very much black in this one, and in a fingering for socks. Love it. And then from there, I just went zigzag. I went all over the place. So the rest of the places, I can't tell you when and where I went, but those I definitely got right away. I got this from Marigold Jen. It's a sport weight yarn. It's an 80/20. My hair is all over the place. And it's called Candy Dots. I got this to make a cowl with, though I don't think I'm going to have enough yardage. So I'm going to have to figure something out. I got this from Blue Moon Fiber Arts. It was in the Buffalo Wool Co. booth. This is the Maryland Sheep and Wool colorway of Socks That Rock. Love it. This is another one. This is something else I got. This is a medium weight. So I'm going to make a cowl out of this one too. Then from Schweitzer's Fiber Mill, I got this 6-pack. They're 110 yards each. 100% superwash merino. They are so soft. This is definitely going to be a shawl. And I know the pattern I'm going to use and everything. I'm not telling you because I don't know when I'm going to get to it. But that's definitely going to be a shawl. Then, lastly is... No, not lastly. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this too. I got this from Marigold Jen, a mini for my blanket and socks. And I got this from Into the World. And the colorway is the cat pajamas, which is completely out of my norm. Normally I go for purples and brights. This one's blues, and I cannot wait. Self-striping. I cannot wait to make socks out of that. Then from Dragonfly Fibers, I got another Starry Night. My husband, it keeps being drawn to this and forgetting that he picks this up for me. And I have like, this one is in the Traveler base, which is their DK. Excuse me. So I have enough to make a Timmy. So this is going to be my challenge this year. And I'm going to make a Starry Night Timmy. And then I like their singles. So he just saw the color, but I'm happy he picked it up in the base he did. Because this is, again, something my husband picked up. My husband likes Dragonfly Fibers for some reason. There's no other like dyer that he's drawn to that he goes, ooh, I need to get her that. It's always Dragonfly Fibers, and I think it's because of the softiness of it. But this is in their Pixie base, which is a single ply, and it's called Flannel Pajamas. But he knows how much I love purple, so there's that. That's gonna be a shawl, and I know which one it is. And then I got, in the same base, I got the Maryland Sheep and Wool colorway, which is Boardwalk Lights, and in the single ply Pixie. And then I got it in a Traveler. The Damsel, excuse me, this is Damsel, which is a sport. I thought, well, I'm going to make a toy out of this either way. For some reason, I thought I got into Traveler, but that's okay. Sport is fine. I can either do a cowl or a toy. And last but not least, this is the only thing I got on Sunday. And this is from Bumblebee Acres Fiber Farm. And this is Rowena Ravenclaw. Because I'm a Ravenclaw. So pretty. Cannot wait to look that up. But I'm going to show you that in a second. Let me just empty this out. And that's basically it from Maryland. Those are all my purchases from the weekend at Maryland. And I say all because normally I get a lot more than this. But I kept myself tame. Because at the rate I'm going, my stash is going to outlive me. And I didn't want that anymore. I want to work through my stash. So for the last 6 months of this year, it's going to be stash busting. But at the podcaster meetup where I saw Marlisha and Talia, Marlisha so graciously gifted me these 3 mini bundles. There's this one. And this one. And this one. So I'm so thankful for this. You don't know how much I love it, and it's going to go to good use because I'm going to make scrappy socks and have some for my blanket. The first bundle, which is the one on the left, is there's Girl on Fire, Straw to Gold, Nightwing, and Secret of the Ooze. The second bundle, which is in the middle, has Between Asleep and Awake, Blushing Flamingos, See the Potential, and It's Okay to Be Different. And the third one is Lighter Green, Medium Green, and Teal. Which is this one, rather. Okay, there's that. And I also got this wonderful little new addition to my home from Talia. She is hysterical, and I am so thankful for this addition. And she's so squishy and so soft, and I love her. She's getting along with all of my other brothers and sisters. Now, her brother and sisters, I should say. Now, here's the portion where I show you the guys that I got, what I got leading up to Maryland. So if you want to leave, I understand. If you don't, you want to see more yummy goodness, then all power to you, and I thank you for that. But if not, I'm going to say have a great week. I hope to talk to you soon, and shoot me a message or a private message or whatever if you need anything or have any questions. Bye. Okay. Now on to, oh my gosh, my box of stuff from, the week. This was from the Honey Bee Knits esophageal cancer awareness for her friend to raise money. This is the special edition colorway soiree, and yard, it's 438 yards, and the content is 70, 20, and 5. It is gorgeous, and I cannot wait to make socks out of that. This is from Dragon Horde Yarn. I got this yesterday. This is part of our new colorways, and it's Honey Dukes. I got a sock blank on D-Stash, and it's this. It's Gail's Art, and it's New York City Fireworks. You guys know me and my sock blanks. This I got, I didn't even take it out of the bag because it's not for me. It's for a toy I have to make for someone. And it is a worsted no makers, and it's Harley Quinn. Gonna make a toy out of that. Next up is the Harry Potter Book 3 colorway from Crystal Skies Hand-Dyed, and it's Professor Trelawney, rather. I can never say her name correctly. This is gorgeous and squishy, and I know exactly what that's going to be, but I'm not telling you. From the No Makers update, I got this, which is Hipster Wedding. It's gorgeous. This is going to be socks. And this little mini set, which is just rainbow, just because rainbow. It's a mini bundle. This is for scrappy socks, though. That I can guarantee you. From Yarn Enabler, I got the Big M. It's New York Mets colorways. It's a New York Mets colorway. From the Cozy Knitter, I got Hydrangea Bloom. From Sweet Tea Yarns, this one is Sidewalk Fiesta. Hey, look, it's another Gail's Art sock blank, and this one's Yellowstone. I have 2 more coming to me that I got on D-Stash. There's a story behind this that I'm not getting into on here, but this is a Miss Babs Yowza, and the colorway is Georgie, and I'm making a toy out of this. For reasons that I'm not getting into on here. This is a sock set from Crystal Skies Hand-Dyed, and it looks like we made it. This is gorgeous, and it's an MCN. I'm afraid to make socks out of an MCN. So if anybody knows any tips or tricks for an MCN sock, please, please, please let me know. From Lolo Did It, I got this one, which is Gumball Head, our new colorway. And this one, which is an older colorway, but it's been restocked, and it's in her new base, which is the Low Original, which I haven't even touched yet. Oh. And it's Pretty Young Thing. Pretty Young Thing. Sorry. From Yarn Cafe Creations, this is the periods and panty liners, which she's not making anymore in that line. From Hawaii Bazaar Yarn Co., this is Straight Up Cookie Dukes, which is Hey Hey from Moana and the Ocean. Love that movie. That is, I have to say, is one of my favorite new Disney movies. From Yarn Cafe Creations, this is There Is Room for Everyone, which I'm leaving out because I'm going to cast that on as soon as you hang up. Actually, no, I'm going to cast this on. From Yarn Cafe Creations, this is from her 80s hairband line, and this is Pour Some Sugar on Me. Now, it's getting blown out because of the brightness in here, but holy neon yellow, and neon pink, neon orange, and neon blue. This was the mystery mini skein set from Dragon Horde Yarn. No Makers in the colorway Harley Quinn for socks for me. This is the April Harry Potter colorway from Teeny Button Studios, the Harry Potter Sock Club, and this is April 29. This is Delacour. This I blame Alicia Gifford and Laura Brady on. This is from Mode Knit Yarn, and it's the Stars Hollow mini set. This is the Diagon Alley mini set from Teeny Button Studios. This is a mini set from Sweet Tea Yarns in Manic Melon, which I'm making my socks out of now. which I just realized. And this is Valkyrie from Dragon Horde Yarn. And this is Hermione from Nomadic Yarns. I'll throw that in there because I have some more stuff that project bag wise. Boy, with the pools already. Reference. Boy. Okay. Alright. Then there's some project bags. Some I have in use that you guys can't see, but others I do not. And my chair is making stinky noises, but there's 3 here that you guys can see. This is from my Erin Lane sock club sock set. And this is a sock bag. This is from Erin Lane's Destination. Oh, excuse me. This is from Destination Lane. Now, I had the yarn for this, but someone kind of stole it. It was one of my friends. So here's the bag for it. It's Mount Fuji. It's a sheeple bag. This is the new Erin Lane Larry the Foul-Mouthed sheep bag. And last but not least, it is a bag from Knit for Brains. Look how cute this fabric is. From Laura Brady of Knit for Brains. And that is it. I'm tired already. Ugh, how do you guys watch me? I'm so boring. Questions, comments, concerns to my email, or hit me up on Ravelry or on Instagram. Other than that, I am going to say goodbye and tell you all to have a great, fantastic week and tell you all I love you. And hopefully I'll be back next week. Until then, bye guys.